that perception I cannot change forever, except through branding. Branding, yes, definitely it helped. Now we give it back to the other saying we are the international brand as compared to the local brand. So definitely there is an advantage, because if you are a family brand or a domestically grown brand, consumers, especially your guests, feel they have a right to negotiate everything. Whether it is a banquet rate, a room rate, or a holiday rate, or other rate. When you put a brand, no questions asked. They feel, look, this food is 2,500 rupees.
That's a brand norm, yeah.
They are very happy about it. So brand comes in that way.
So trust me, the consumer negotiates with everyone. Doesn't matter who you are.
Not that much in a branded hotel.
Sir, there's one more question I wanted to check. Also, is there a spin-off in terms of image of GRT hotels and resorts to manage an international brand? I mean, because GRT name also is involved, and you're the ones that actually invested the money and brought in Carlson. And perhaps the image of the entire ability of the company to manage hospitality itself will give us a spin-off in the long run.
Maybe to some extent I agree with you, sir. But I also have to manage internally non-brand and brand.
Sure.
Especially with regard to staff movement.
Sure. Questions? Last question if you have one. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being a great audience. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, gentlemen. I request the session members to please stay on the stage for a few minutes. I request Mr. Suresh Madhok, EC member, Sehra, to please join us on the stage and present a memento of our thanks and gratitude to Mr. P.K. Mohan Kumar.
Amen.
You have to present you something.
I think you have to come to this place, otherwise I'll be coming there. Don't worry, go ahead.
Wherever you want.
This is your picture. Yeah. Thank you.
Traditional shawl also.
Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. D. Prabhushankar, Executive Committee Member, Sehra, to please join us on the stage and present a memento of our thanks to Mr. Ashok Ananthara.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I now request Mr. D. Srinivasan, Executive Committee Member, Sehra, to present a memento of our gratitude and thanks to the moderator of this session, Mr. Ajay Bakaya.
Thank you very much. I think we all have to stand together.
Gentlemen, let's please, sir, we request you. Sir, please join us on the stage for a group photograph.
Yes.
I think
One side.
come closer.
Want me to come there? Ready parent going sir is a Raj sir.
Old colleagues.
Come closer.
Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick coffee break. And in 15 minutes, 11:45, let's gather back here once again to begin the next session of this morning, projects, new methodology, and sourcing, and role of young entrepreneurs. Thank you.
Can we take a 1 minute? Thank you.
Thanks.
Some of the audience members wanted to stay for the
No.
You take mine, so no problem.
Mine is this. No.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After the coffee break, we are all refreshed and ready for the next session of this morning. The next session coming up is projects, new methodology and sourcing, role of young entrepreneur. And to kick off the session, I'd like to invite on stage the chairperson, moderator of this session, Mr. Anup Bali, Chief General Manager, Tourism Finance Corporation of India Limited. He is an alumnus of IIM Ahmedabad and has been associated with financing of tourism infrastructure for the last 2 decades. I now invite our first speaker of this session, Mr. M. Balakrishna Reddy, Executive Director, Bliss Hotels Limited. He is an engineering graduate from Bangalore who joined hospitality industry back in 1994, opening the chain of Bliss Hotels Limited, soon coming up with a 5-star hotel in Tirupati. I invite our second speaker of this session, Mr. R. Srinivasan, Managing Director, Radha Regent Hotels. He took over the family business in year 1990, which was a small 40-bedroom hotel in Neyveli, and has grown it to 4 hotels with about 340 rooms. Their company is into building 186-room 5-star hotel in Chennai, due to open in another 5 months. I invite our next speaker, Mr. Tarun Giri, Managing Director of Windflower Spa and Resort. Masters in Hospitality from South Carolina, USA. In 2006, he launched his own hotel and resort chain that we all know as the Windflower. I invite our fourth speaker of this session, Mr. Gopinath Balasundaram, COO, the Residency Group of Hotels. With 25 years in the hospitality industry, he now heads the Residency Group. Apart from this, he is actively involved in the creation of St. Regis Islands Resort at Maldives, opening in 2016. Before I hand over the session to the moderator, there is a small announcement. There is an exhibition outside that I had informed yesterday also. Please have a look. There is a special discount on pearls which are special to Hyderabad. I request all the session members to please introduce themselves to the audience members. Thank you.
Hi. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tarun Giri. I run a company called Windflower Resorts and Spa, which was launched in 2006. We started off with one 40-room property in 2006, and today we have about 9 resorts, 6 branded under the name Windflower and 3 that are yet to be branded, awaiting renovation.
Well, my name is Srinivasan, and we have a hotel by name Radha Regent in Chennai, a 91-bedroom 3-star hotel, and we have 2 more hotels in Bangalore. And we've been in the business since 1997, and by God's grace, we've been doing successfully, and we'll get to speak more about it later.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Balakrishna Reddy. I'm from Tirupati. So we are having a 3-star hotel. I've constructed that. So after that, now recently we are coming up with a 5-star hotel in Tirupati. In between, I've done 3 restaurants which have capacity of 200 in Tirumala, successfully for 4 years. It's a tenure which is given by Devasthana. Apart from that, we have petroleum and cinema theatres also. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Anup. I thank the organizing committee for having organized this in a nice manner. I'm Gopinath. I passed out of IHM Chennai. Initial years with the Taj. After that, a short stint out of India in the Middle East. Now I head the residency group of hotels, which is at the moment 5. Another 2 are under development in India. And we also develop a resort in Maldives, which is due to open next year. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Anup Bali. I am Chief General Manager with Tourism Finance Corporation of India Limited. This is an all-India financial institution with a role to fund tourism development in the country, and we have been successfully doing it for the last 25 years. In fact, we have been there, and we have set up, I think, more than 46,000 classified hotel rooms in the country with our funds. And you must be, it's a very good thing to say that even today our net NPAs are less than 1%. When the industry is suffering with NPAs of 10%, around 10% in the hospitality sector, out of 32,000 crores of exposure which the sector has, 34%, which is roughly 9,500 crores, is under stress at the moment. And because of this, the topic which has been given, projects new methodology, sourcing and role of young entrepreneur, makes a sense. Hotel, as everybody says, is a show business. And so people who move into this are attracted with the glamour attached with the industry, and ultimately they overspend. They overspend in setting up the hotel. They put in a lot of investment in the hotel, and which ultimately sometimes result in trouble for the entrepreneur. Initially, this industry, as I think in the previous session was also said, it was more luxury, and today this sector has segmented from luxury, premium, to budget, to smart hotels, you name it, and you have there all types of hotels. Basically, the people who are associated with this industry have now started developing hotels what the customer require. And that is the best thing which is happening in this sector. It is maturing and offering services what is required by the customers. And accordingly, the project development is happening, and the entrepreneur has to groom in that fashion and arrange funds according to what he is planning to develop. To start this discussion, I think I'll move to Mr. Srinivasan. I think he started way back in 1995-96 by planning to set up a 3-star hotel. And he faced a lot of issues initially. At the time, the rate of interest was pretty high. The market was still evolving, and he started to set up a hotel in Chennai, which location was slightly on the outside at the time. And